Today I sat down to shoot and I had a very long list of videos to check out ahead of me because I've been a little bit behind, but when I opened up YouTube, right on the front of my homepage, I see PSY has put out a new record, and not only has he done that, it is produced by and featuring SUGA of BTS, whom I have been becoming a fan of. You guys have been teaching me a lot about BTS and I appreciate you all so much. PSY, where's he been? What has he been up to? I have so many questions, but this looks like it's probably a killer collab. 37 million views. It just premiered yesterday. If you're new here, welcome to the channel. My name is Liza Quin. This is a channel where we learn from some of our favorite artists by checking out some of their music and some of their most popular performances on the internet. Special thanks to Coldest for keeping me hydrated. If you see this new little accessory back here, no, I did not match with it on purpose. That was coincidence, but I do have a link for you guys to share in this because summer is officially here and it is rainy and hot and muggy and humid outside, and I am trying to intake more water because I just had a birthday and these wrinkles, they're coming for me, man. But without further ado, let's go ahead and dive right in. This is That by PSY and SUGA. Let's check it out. Yeah, he looks great.
20,
Hey.
22, PSY coming back. Long time no see, huh? 오래가 안 아니지, huh? 우리 다시 웃고 읽고 지지고 꺾고 let's get let's go. Pandemic's over, 그래 기분이 오자, 다시 그분이 오자. Everybody say, 뻑적지근해, 껄쩍지근해, 시끌벅적거리네, 너무 좋아 벅적거리네. 동서남북. Can you feel it? Whoa, yeah. Whoa, whoa.
He looks so good. He's like baby smooth. These dancers are great. This Western vibe, I gotta know more about this. I'm having so much fun already. I'm having a hard time looking at the visuals and looking at the translation, so we'll have to break down the lyrics later.
Whoa, yeah. Whoa, whoa. Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Oh, yeah. 준비하시고 쏘세요.
It's huge. Had to have a little dance.
It's like that.
Oh, about to get crazy. I just have to mention real quick that SUGA's productions, what I know of them, right? 'Cause there's still so much music I have to listen to, but from what I know of them, he's so good at making everything just feel so full. He's also great at creating these really great dynamics. So it's just kind of like you're on this journey through the whole song. So this is like this really hype record, but these great dramatic pauses, these breakdowns, and the space and these moments, he really knows how to capitalize that and keep your attention from start to finish. Okay, let's see where this is gonna go right now. Woohoo!
야, 내가 많은 사람한테 까먹어줘.
That, I like that.
Like that. 시간이 지나도 변함없이.
That, I like that.
Like that. I don't care that I like that.
That, I like that.
Like that. 내가 바라보고 바래왔던 사람들아 모두 다 ready set. Yo, 얘는 너나 맷집. 때리던 문에 불편하겠지. 너네 바람대로 망할 거라 고사지는 사람들을 모아다가 가볍게 됐지. 적당히 하라고. 그냥 닥치고 다 같이 돌아보자고. Meaning give back to sound.
Can you feel it?
Woo flow!
Can you feel it? Whoa, yeah.
A lot of you guys were kind of filling me in on SUGA's background after the last video that I did, and it's been really fascinating. I mean, these guys are generally so well-rounded. So he says, hey, have you forgotten what I do for a living? I've gotten better at taking punches. Those who tried to hit me with words must feel uncomfortable. Love that. Those who prayed for me to fail as you wished, gather them together and smack them lightly. I love that. I suppose you could say PSY could say the same thing in his career, right? I mean, anybody really who's had huge success the way these two have has had to deal with some backlash, right? Or some people, you know, people love to bring you up to tear you down. So this is really cool because it's showing that they can relate to each other. That is really appreciated when you break it down.
Whoa, yeah. Whoa, whoa. Can you feel it? Can you feel it?
non-stop fun and energy. Well, that's how you write a hit record, right? And I love that they mentioned kind of like this sense of like, okay, we all had to be locked down. Now we're all kind of getting back into a groove, getting back into being social and together and interacting, and let's have some fun. And, you know, a lot of you guys have taught me that generally lyrics to these songs have a lot of other meaning. It's not just what you see like on the surface level. If you have a little bit more insight on that, I'd love to know if maybe you guys know something about it that I don't yet. Like I said, I have to do some more of the research. This is a great lesson in how to just write a record that sticks. I heard it one time and I already remember this. That, I like that. That, I like that, baby, that. Yeah, I already know it. And that's the goal, is that you want on first listen for that person to walk away like not being able to get that out of their head. When it comes to that sort of like massive mainstream success of a song. So for people trying to write great hooks, this is definitely a great song to study. And structurally, even though it's repetitive, never gets boring. So I think that's really important too. Am I gonna have to learn this choreography? Because I'm loving the choreography, and there's like this moment right here. That's what it's supposed to look like, right? I imagine. I don't know if they had this vision for this Western before, or as they were writing the song or producing the song, or if it was vice versa, right? If that horn section is what kind of gave them that inspiration to do this. Because of the line that it's doing melodically, I think that's what gives it that essence. But choosing a horn sound, I think, is an interesting twist because you don't expect it. It almost kind of gives me like a mariachi feel, which I love, which I think is really cool. Also, SUGA's tone is great. It has this kind of richness to it, and his flow is great. The way a rapper breathes is really important so that it doesn't disrupt the flow, and also so that it sort of enhances the groove and the feel. And I really love where I can feel all his breaths on the microphone. And the vocal production's really, really great. 1, 2, 3 to the floor. I love that harmony in there, and it's only on these little highlights of the chorus. There's a great thickness in that stack right there, but it's rich and it feels tight. It just has that nice little low octave on the bottom, giving it texture. It's great to kind of analyze these vocals and kind of see where everything's sitting, pay attention to how they sort of stack those things and when they stack certain things and when they emphasize and lift certain things to paint that bigger picture. And then having this kind of chant at the end of the outro, right? It's sort of like you have this hook and then another hook. Do what you wanna, say what you wanna. So structurally, that's a really great thing because you're already kind of in it. You don't want to stray too far from that repetitiveness and that hype. And where you're at this point in the song, it's all up from here. So to add that other element where now you have a sort of like another really hooky element that takes you there and uplifts you and makes you want to kind of sing along. And you also think about in a live setting, everybody doing the do what you wanna. So those are great things to think about when you're kind of writing and producing records. This is so much fun. There is a lot of skill that goes into making a song that is this massive. And in the comments, I love seeing all the feedback from everybody all over the world and how they see it as such a banger. And, that is just something to aspire to, really. A lot of times when I use the words like catchy, or I say that these guys are talented, I get a lot of backlash because I'll get people saying like, no, they're hardworking, or no, it's not catchy, it's intelligent. And here's the real skill. Being all those things. They can be both of those things. They can be talented and really hardworking and constantly honing their skills, really serious in their craft. They can write a catchy song that is really deep and really intellectual and has a lot of layers to it, and have productions that are fun but that still are really well thought out and really detailed. So don't get me wrong when I fling around words like that. It doesn't diminish how much skill goes into making a really great, mega popular song, which is really what the word pop is supposed to mean. So awesome work. I love seeing Psy again. I want to know his secret to his skincare because he looks fantastic. And SUGA, awesome job as usual. Comment below what you guys thought. Give me any insight you can so I can always learn more from you guys. I appreciate you all so much. If you want to watch more videos, they're going to pop up right here over my shoulder. I look forward to seeing you on the next one. Bye.